This is my Cessna Cardinal. So up front we have a, I should hit it, okay. Up front we have a 180 horsepower 0360. It's not fuel injected, it is carbureted, Lycoming, and it's a good engine, makes good power. It is 3 knobs, so I can't control the prop and the power separately. Yeah, so up front we also have a plain power, which is now owned by Hartzell, alternator. So I had to replace the alternator, as I mentioned earlier. It died, and the first flight back, actually, we had an experience where the belt was extremely loose, so we had to fly without the alternator for another flight. But yeah, the alternator has been great. It is a 28 volt electrical system, 24 volt battery, and up here we have a brand new air filter, which I think is really nice. We don't have to actually replace the entire assembly now. We can just replace this, the actual filter component, which means a lot less waste and a lot less cost. These are like $15 instead of like $150. Nice bug. You can see that the nose strut sits pretty high. That's a feature of the Cardinal.
And what type of lights do you have?
So we have LED lights up front. Landing and taxi are both up here underneath the spinner.
Are they the Wheelin Aerospace Systems lights? Or?
These lights are not the Wheelin. I don't think I could afford the Wheelin at the time, but I did install them myself.
Oh, nice. You want to take a look inside?
Yeah. Let's take a look inside. Over here, you can see that the Cardinal does not have something to stop the door like the 172. In fact, we don't have a strut out here, so the door opens very wide. And I got these door stewards to prevent the hinges from snapping off.
What do we have in here?
Yeah, so in here we have the Garmin G5s. We have 2 G5s. See if I can turn this on. We have the Garmin GNX 375, which is a GPS ADS-B transponder in and out. Okay. We have the old KX 155s because brand new radios are very expensive. They work mostly. We have this old fake wood panel. It is plastic, and every time you remove it, it wants to stay on less. And other than that, nothing fancy. Just an old school 6-pack minus the middle 2. You can see that we have a manifold pressure gauge that's big and in your face, and the RPM.
Awesome.
Nothing too fancy at all.
Now,
we also have cowl flaps, adjustable cowl flaps, which, believe it or not, actually do make a huge difference to the speed and ability to control the temperature of the engine.
Awesome. And then what are these?
So I just splurged and got some new visors for the sun. These things you can see in our other videos would hit me in the head, and I'm going to get them removed as soon as possible. But these guys were a lot cheaper than the ones that install to the airframe. Those are like 1,500 bucks. These are like 100. And so I got one of these for the pilot and co-pilot. They're adjustable for both in that direction, and you can do a full rotation as well.
Awesome. And you were telling me about your seat rails. Can you talk a little bit about how they're special?
Yeah, so we just got brand new seat rails in December. They are gold for some reason. We didn't want to paint them. It took a lot to get them installed because there's all these rules about rivets and screws and where they go and where they don't. but was not excited to have to replace them, but now that I have them, it's pretty nice. I know that the seat's not gonna fly back on me.
Now, since we're in Florida, specifically Orlando, kind of a swamp, have you had issues with corrosion?
No issues with corrosion. You can see on the, we have no other issues with corrosion because the this stuff here on the wing, this staining you can see here, some of this is like something else, but this yellowing, this is because anti-corrosion was sprayed into the wings at some point, and then, you know, someone just didn't take care of the airplane and clean it up. This is before I owned it, but no issues with corrosion. They've checked everything. They checked the carry-through spar, which is an upcoming AD for the Cardinal, potentially upcoming AD for the Cardinal. We've already checked all of that because Textron suggested it. No corrosion on any parts in there.
Awesome. All right, well, let's walk around the wing here. So obviously the Cardinal has no struts, which is a huge plus, right?
Yep, no struts on the Cardinal. And because the wings sit further back and you sit up front, there's a couple things that change for the Cardinal from the 172. One is that the forward, the CG sits a little more forward. And then the other is that you can see up, down, left, right, backwards, forwards. You can see every direction because it's a high wing. So you can obviously see down. With no struts, you can see left and right. Because the wings sit further back, when your pilot seat's up as far as mine, because I'm short, you can see up, which is pretty unusual for a high wing. And then the big window in the back means you can see backwards as well.
Yeah, it's awesome. It kind of looks like a lowrider a little bit. That's what you kind of say, right?
It looks a little like a lowrider, but you know, some people say like, oh, it's like a sports car. This still flies like a Cessna. It does not fly like a sports car, but I think it looks pretty cool. And when I saw it on the ramp, don't tell the guy I bought it from, but I was gonna buy that plane regardless.
Actually, I wanted to look at one more thing specifically about the aerodynamic optimization here. This little thing, what is this? Can you say what this is?
Yeah, so this is our tie-down mount. You can see that it like folds up into the wing.
That's so neat.
As opposed to being just this big hook that just sits out there all the time.
Yeah, see, that's what makes the Cardinal so much better. Little things like that, right?
Yeah, things like the wheel pants, the fact that it sits further back, the fact that it has cowl flaps, adjustable prop. And then I wanted to close this door because I wanted to show up here as well, behind the bugs, there's this piece of plastic, and there's other pieces all over the airplane that supposedly give you half a knot here and there, different pieces to smooth parts of the plane out.
Yeah.
And obviously not having a giant strut out here has the benefit not just for visibility, but for aerodynamics as well.
Yeah. All right, let's go over here. Let's take a look at our flight controls here. There's something pretty special about these flight controls. You want to talk about,
so for the flight controls,
like not a huge hole here.
Yeah, you can see that when you're inspecting them, unlike a 172, you can't fit a whole fist in here. And so there's a disadvantage when you go to check. I can't actually check this bolt every time. I can't like touch it and turn it and make sure that it's fixed in place. I can visually inspect it. And I forget what this piece is actually called, but so you can see it, but you can't touch it. And this again is just about aerodynamic efficiency. Everything is put together much tighter, with much tighter tolerances than the 172.
Yeah, it looks beautiful.
And then back here, we have drainage holes to get water out of the wings. Another thing that we have is this fuel drain on the wing. You can see that, again, it's a pretty tight tolerance on the Cardinal, and it's actually fixed to the wingtip with this metal piece. If this piece is missing, you actually shouldn't fly, because as you can see, the aileron goes pretty close to that drain tube, and I don't know how many people it's happened to, but if this drain tube comes out, it could impact the travel of the aileron. So we wouldn't want that. So this is something we check on every pre-flight.
Yeah, and it's different from the 172 because the 172, the drainage is kind of like another pitot tube behind the pitot tube, so it just adds to the drag. I don't know if you knew that.
I did not know that.
Yeah, it's like a little like loopy thing. I'll show you.
So these, I think, are the Wheelin LED kit. I got those installed at Annual. I was missing a power pack in the right wing, and then this bulb was burnt out. And so that was gonna cost me in the neighborhood of what these cost to get. So I went ahead and got those. You can see we chose not to paint these. That was just from being lazy. But I think overall it looks pretty good, and it's bright as all get out. Yo!
So what is this actually? I wanted to ask you about this.
Yeah, so this is where we mount the 360 camera. On the outside of the wing, we can mount any camera we want here, any GoPro compatible, GoPro mount compatible camera. But this is where we put the 360 and get all the cool shots.
And there's a flight fix mount, and you can buy them at Sporty's. We'll have a link down below for you guys.
Yeah, and these back here are brand new static wicks. I chose to protect them because static wicks are quite expensive. It turns out they were prohibitively expensive, so I may or may not have bought uncertified ones, but to save a few $100s. It's not illegal, it's just like, it's weird.
So what do we have here?
So we have our baggage drawer back here. You can see we've got this flimsy fiberglass protector here. I've got brand new Velcro to put on this thing to hold it in place. One thing we did last year when my battery started to lose its charge because our alternator went out, I got a charging port, and so I'm able to now charge the battery on the ground. So after every flight I plug it in and we keep the battery healthy and good.
So where can you get this from?
This you can buy from any aviation store. It's called a BatteryMINDer. You have to get the one that's specific for your battery voltage and really for your plane. So we looked it up to make sure that everything matched for the entire electrical system, so we didn't fry anything.
Awesome.
So as we go back here, you can see one of the big differences between the Cardinal and a lot of planes actually is this is a stabilator, not an elevator. I believe the main difference is that it's a quote single piece. You can see that it's riveted here in the middle. If you take a look at that, but it is one single piece that goes across. And this is actually one of the sticking points for a lot of airplane buyers because they worry about the stabilator. On the early Cardinals, the tail would stall with only 150 horsepower plus the stabilator. It was quite tricky to land. In 68, it was not a good plane to fly, but by 1970, I think everything was fixed because of these slots that we have in the stabilator. It meant that at low speeds, the tail wouldn't stall first. And with 180 horsepower up front, you had a little bit more weight, which actually increased the nose heaviness a little bit, but because it gave you more power, it was a lot easier to land. So this plane actually is a 1978, which means it has the fastest engine, the slots in the stabilator, and it actually has a 24-volt electrical system.
How many horsepower does your engine have?
It's a 180 horsepower engine from the Lycoming 0360.
And what does your plane cruise at?
So this plane cruises at 125 knots max. I typically cruise around 118 to be nice to the engine.
Awesome. Lean of peak or rich of peak for your engine operations? I
fly rich of peak. I don't like the feel of lean of peak, and it's very, very tricky. And I have an old school EGT gauge. I would not recommend lean of peak operations with these old school EGT gauges. I would want EGT, an electronic EGT where I could be very, very accurate, and I'd want per cylinder temperatures before flying lean of peak. But that's just me, because I know what these engines cost. So you can see back here that everything is very, very tight, including on the stabilator. We have to check on pre-flight these screws here to make sure that they're not sticking out, because the distance between the stabilator and the airframe is actually very, very tight there. And so I actually got dinged at annual one time, my fault, but some of these screws were not the flathead kind, and that's actually considered quite dangerous, and you can see why.
What's your favorite thing overall about this airplane?
I really love the views you get in this airplane. I talked about it earlier. Because you can see everywhere. This plane, you can take it anywhere and see the things you want to see, and not worry about it strucking in your way or anything like that. And it's still a high wing, and so in the summer in Florida where we are, being able to stand under the wing while you're pre-flighting and getting your iPad ready is pretty nice. So I love being able to see the ground and the sky and just enjoy flying. And I think the Cardinals are a great plane for that.
Sebastian, clear. Close the door, please.